Hello, welcome to a StarCraft replay with red shirt Volaurt versus Lime Not Lemon Ziggittyzig. So we're gonna watch this game, and actually we're gonna fast forward through the first few minutes of it. Here he goes, put down his pylon. Preferably I put mine over here, but either way, as long as you can build a wall, you're okay. So there's the scout. No expo. Still droning. Where'd the probe go? Did I not just see the probe? There it is. So he is going gateway first. Lost that probe. Could have thrown a pylon before them, but either way. So this is one of my strategies. I go gateway first, and then I pop out 3 zealots. I've actually did it in a different timing now. Well, I don't put all 3 at once. I just kind of queue them up as one finishes. Get the drone! Get the drone! Dun, 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 dun. No, the drone lives. So. So let's see. Okay, the timing is off the bed. He's now mining 1 in gas. Pylon up there. If we go back over here, spawning pool queen. We gotta keep mining gas. He's gonna pull off several drones. He's got still 1 in gas, not mining any other gas that he just threw down. So I'm not sure what he's trying to do. So dropping 2 more gateways. He's still mining 1 in gas. He's got a total of 3 in gas now. It's a pretty good probe split. So now the reason that I go gateway first is to get the early pressure, which is around 5 minutes, to get straight to hit him before he's able to get any real defense, and also keeps him from taking a third right at the same time. So as we see, he's droning. There's the roach warren. I think this spawning pool should have been a little, probably right about here, because look at the gas count going back and forth versus this. So he's keeping his buildings tight. There's the robotics. Now he's populated all his gases. So this timing. So these 3 zealots should have went out probably around the 5-minute mark. Because then this way you don't actually see roaches. You'll be only attacking lings. There you go. So now he's got he's gonna get all 6 gases, and it's gonna be hydras. So roach hydra seems to be prominent now, since I'm not liking the Sim City here. Actually, this should be in front right here. Otherwise, the pathing you just saw, it's gonna take a little bit of time. Wow. 4 pylons. Jeez. There's a cannon. Not sure what he sees. The garners, they're getting the cannon. I'm not seeing hive. I'm only seeing spire. I only see infestation pit. If he's gonna hit, he should probably hit really soon. Hopefully he has +1. He's got +1 armor and attack. There you go. There you go. Pretty good. The hydras are now out. Hopefully it's throwing down a robotics bay. Recall. Nope. Okay. Yep, he died. There's the warp prism. Doing really good. 11 kills on that immortal before it dies. 7 kills on this immortal. Actually keeping his third opponent. That was pretty tight. There you go. Keep dropping gateways. Okay. It's got double robotics. And he's actually floating a lot of cash. So he needs to be pumping on either more gateways that can expand behind this, or start making more units. There's the immortal. So far, so good from the reserve with their defense. I'm not seeing spine crawlers, which is kind of a strange thing not to see. Especially knowing that you're throwing away lots of larvae. So, how much damage did that do? Pretty good amount of damage. Now the Zerg is on equal upgrades. Bad warping, you should have just let the pylon die. Came back home. No, mortal. Stay back. Now here comes the counter. Force field. Bad time for force fields. You want to get the hydras away from the force. Oh my gosh. Oh, he had it. He had this game. He could have won this game. It was because he stuck. So the main thing is that he was able to get away from all of his opponent's stuff. He's actually able to do massive amounts of damage before taking more damage. I think the problem was that he's even hotkeyed. Okay, they were hotkeyed. These two gateways did not go down, turn into warp. All of a sudden he's let his mothership core die over here. He could either have recalled, which would have saved a good chunk of his units, but he was actually doing a lot of damage. I think the main thing is he let the warp prism die. So his warp prism was kind of left alone, right around here, when it could have been perched right here. And then that way you can swing back and forth. You want to keep the warp prism almost as close to your army as possible. Or you could have swung the warp prism into the main base, warp in a bunch of units, have his army split, so that way your main attack force is doing damage over here, your secondary attack force is doing damage over here, which probably would have been an ideal situation. Let's go back. Okay, so right around here is the attack. Okay, so he went gateway first, and then unless he's going off another strategy that goes gateway first, mine typically does 3 zealots, attacks around map size 4 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, constant chronomos on this. Take your expansion around 4.5 to 5 minutes, depending on how much time when you can get this. So, and now that I've changed it to getting, instead of queuing up 3 in a row, you're going to queue 1, 1, 1. As soon as one's about to finish, you pop another one going. And then typically I get these buildings in the back. I can put a pylon back here, and it's, I don't have to worry about losing mining time. A lot of this was you weren't mining gas off these efficiently, so you had one probe in gas this entire for a good duration of the game. So let's just watch. Times it by 8. I'm not gonna really get into anything. There's the gas. One gas. Alright, so he takes his gas. Starts it at 240. Finishes at 310. Started mining around 350. With one probe, not two, not three, just one. How long does he keep mining off that one? Takes another gas. I assume he did it because he thought he was gas light when he wasn't officially mining off the one geyser. So he has another one coming up at 5:15, and he'll be mining 2 probes off that. It's a long time. So I said, what, 4:10 this finished? And he's had 1 probe mining on since 4:10, so about 2 minutes into it. He's still not mining officially off of it. So there he goes. About 7 minutes into the game after, so about 4 minutes. Oh no, about 3 minutes. And he's now fully mining off these gases. So he should be extremely zealot heavy. And then these 3 zealots should have attacked about 4 minutes ago. This is when he's not fully on. He only has queens and zerglings for protection. So he's not really got a whole lot going on. The Zerg part did react right. I'm surprised it just didn't throw like maybe 1 or 2 spine crawlers just in case for defense. So now we're just gonna kind of look at this. So now we're gonna take a look at building placements, where I put mine versus his. So I'll put my gateway over here, and then I'll kind of build this way. Doesn't really matter which corner of the ramp. It's just preference. Only because of this, because then this way it's straight down the ramp. Bam, pylon, bam, gateway, and then back up the ramp. And then I'll start putting back here a forge, cyber core, if I need it. But if I need to, I put my cyber core up here for a wall. This is not really walled off, as you can see by the yellow lines. It may look like a full wall. I don't think it is. See, they're barely touching. So Zerglings can get through this area. So he's got the sentries. He's got these 2 gases. Again, he's gas light, which is okay. Typically, he probably should have thrown his first robotics right here. Just for the fact that having it back here delays your immortal pretty, at least your immortal walking to down here quite a bit. So you know, right there, and then you could throw your robotics bay up here. I guess it is a full wall. Is it? Got a unit in there. Oh. Good. Okay, so with the 3 zealot poke, you want to actually poke about 3.5 to 4 minutes, I believe my timing is. And then kind of keep an eye on them, but macro behind it, so that way you know you're not losing anything. So he waited till warp gate was done to actually send out 3 zealots. You want to send your 3 zealots out before roaches are on the field, unless the guy is rushing roaches, which happens every so often. But his only defense will be queens and slow lings, and that's going to be the only thing that's really going to stop him from doing anything. So this attack here is not going to do any damage. He'll lose 3 units right off the bat. You might pick off a drone. Did he pick off a drone? Yeah, he picked off 2 drones. Well, 1 drone. I'm assuming the other one was over here. So this is him gearing up for that big attack. The big 11-minute push from those Protoss players. He's got a full energy sentry. You needed this pylon out a little earlier than what you had. And now you're gas heavy. And you got the mothership core out there. You're not using time warp. Alright, so let's say right here. Let's say he drops a bunch of units there, takes his warp prism, and then drops a bunch of units here. This is undefended. There is nothing in this base. I don't even think there's a queen in this base. Nope, there is no queen in that base. So the Zerg opponent literally moved his queens to help defend his base, which means he doesn't have enough larvae to kind of keep. So he's not producing larvae from anything except from just regular buildings. So this warp prism could have went over here, did a drop of a bunch of units, because you still have this here. So that would have probably helped you a lot. And then we're gonna go look at this, look at this. That's okay. Probably would have liked to send robotics or a Twilight and either a DT Shrine or High Templars, because he doesn't have any real detection, so that probably would have benefited a lot. So we're gonna go. So there's another warp prism. Now he's bringing his warp prism in, and I think he's gonna plop it right here, which is a bad idea. Once his army moves, if you're gonna plop it there, you might as well move your army this way. Because there's no tech over here, and all he's doing is putting in a larva. So no. See, you left your warp prism undefended or unguarded. So now, yeah, you're gonna take. I don't even think you even took out this base. No, he was still on 3 bases when you left the game. Yep. So the warp prism dies. Had he had his units here, these hydras coming down the ramp probably would have died coming down the ramp. So now he's just. So the zealots that would tank these are in a bad place. Could have kited back the, your stalkers and immortal. just lost your army. So, a few things here and there probably would have helped him out. Set the sentries. And this is where this actually hurt him. Is that his sentries wore out. Let's see. Okay, he has his sentries. They have enough force field, 1 each. So that's 4 force fields. 1, 2, 3, 4. He moves the sentries back because he has this. All I had to do is just kind of keep him here. And then boom, 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 boom. Before the Hydras get up there. That's the big thing right here. These Hydras are going to get up there. He's got full energy on these Nexus. Start pumping out the warp gates. So. One force field, 2 force field, 3 force field, 4 force fields. Now it's too late. The Hydra's moved up. As you kind of see right here, the Hydra's moved up, and it doesn't help him at all because their range is 6. So and the Immortals range is 6. So basically a bunch of stalkers right here. So yeah. But I want to go back to this part. And let's see if I could take control of it. Even though I don't have an opponent to actually do anything with, I'm just going to do it just to show like how unguarded this was. So speed it up. So this engagement went really well. Alright, so that engagement is going pretty well. Let's take control. Take control of this. Oh, I guess I don't have an opponent to do this. So we're going to take control of that. We're going to pop it right here. Control E that. And instead of moving them that way, we move them this way.
Very well.
And then we're going to pop it.
You must place that in a power field. I like for iron. I like for iron.
So, see, there's nothing guarding this base. A couple of roaches, I guess, stayed in there a little long. But they were going to move out anyways. So, and then you got this attack here. So so by going, instead of going this way, and then just moving his army this way, you can still do a massive amount of attack. Keep warping in units up here, and then that way, he's taking out tech. All his tech was up here. You would have to defend back up there, which means that your main army right here could be positioned in a spot to where it protects. So, then we come back here, we go robotics, gateway. Heck, you can even take an expansion. He has it queued up differently. few of these. Still way too many bugs up there. So that's basically how that would have worked. And he queued it just differently. So, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Kill! Dun 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 dun. Should not be attacking that guy. There you go.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Wow, that's so weird. No, it's the index finger for me. So that's basically how that's supposed to work. So anyways.
State that we are one with
Put them back.
I am here in the shadows.
I'm gonna do this. Dun, dun, dun.
Serve for now.
My meditation is over. And Tara,
Glory is eternal. Volaurt.
You require my skills. Very wise.
We shall serve.
we must construct additional pylons.
Cold is the void.
One more time. Well, hope you all enjoyed. Have a good day. Bye.